Hi, it's Ken. Welcome inside my shop. The other day I made a video on how to cut and shape a slate tile sign like this. It's very easy to make. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to set the stencil on here, get it ready for sandblasting. We'll go ahead and sandblast it, and then once I'm done with that I'll get it cleaned up and we'll paint it, and then once the paint dries we'll get it out there on the saw and get it cut up, and I'll post a link to the video on how that's done. But anyway, let's get started. I've already got the design on the computer, so I'm going to go ahead and send it on over to the cutter and get that stencil cut, and we'll get it prepped and get it ready to put on the new piece of tile. Having this already set up on the computer, all I need to do is go ahead and hit the cut key. I'll get it cut. We'll pull that down, get that cut, and we'll take it on over to the table. And we'll go through the weeding process, get this weeded out. So here I've got my stencil, and I'll be weeding this out. I won't make you watch all that, so we'll speed this up. Now that looks pretty good there as far as being square on the tile. So I'm going to flip this back, pull out my heat gun here. We're going to heat that tile up just a little bit. Comes off nice and easy. Get that out of the way. I'm just going to run this heater over it, or the heat gun over it just a tad, just to soften it all up. It starts to curl, so when you do it, make sure you're going back and forth, keep it moving. You can see it curl a little bit. Okay, just take and flip this back down. Oh yeah, that's soft and gooey right now. And just start at the top, bottom side, whatever side you got your hinge on your tape. I'm not so concerned about these outer areas because I'm going to tape those off. It's the inside areas, and I'm not sure if you can see. I'll try and do a close-up of this, but we have these lines in here are about 1/8 of an inch wide. So if I'm going to have blowouts, that's where they're going to be, is in that area. So I'll make sure that we're in there good. I know some people use a glue, and I just don't have any. I want to get some. I'll probably make some up because I'm going to start doing some river rock videos. I think you guys will like that. One of the other little tricks I'll show you here, what I do is I'll take my water and I'll mist this. Not soak it, just mist it, get it wet. Now that I've got this masked off, I'll go ahead and get it into the cabinet here. I'll turn my lights on. Somewhere is my light switch. Got that. I'll set this inside. Close that back down. I've got my hose hooked up, my air hose, and I'm using 180 grit silicone carbide right now. Basically that's what I've got, and I'm running about, I think, 50 psi. Let's get this going. I'm going to fire up the vacuum and we'll sandblast this. I have a pab gun, and I like it because I really only do a lot of small stuff. I don't get into big window panes or big rocks or anything. So this pab gun is really perfect for what I'm doing. So hopefully you'll be able to see most of this. Kick this back a little bit, and I'll start off by just going over the whole thing. Kind of helps set that mask a little bit in there. As I do this, it creates a heat, and if you stay in one position too long, it'll burn the mask. So I just kind of go over everything. I'm starting to get a little blow off right there. So I want to keep in mind when I come back, I'm going to come at an angle with this. It's another reason not to just blow and go with it. All right. It be blasted. Got it out of the blast cabinet. Just take a little brush. I'll take a brush, it's not so little. And knock off the heavy stuff. What I don't want to do is I don't want to use a lot of air pressure on this in case I get underneath there. It'll blow that mask off. So I'll just pull out my little adjustable blower. And blow out the dust in there. If you really want to, you can just get a little rag a little wet there. Just kind of clean up. See if it'll pick up some of that dust, especially in the smaller lines there, in those 1/8 inch lines. Now, if you've seen my other video, I mentioned that I paint this whole thing so that when I go to cut it, I've got this paint up here. So we'll pull the tape off. Doesn't have to be perfect because it all gets painted and cut off. Now we're ready for some paint. Just a little bit. This is enamel, so you want to put a couple coats on it. You don't want to put it on there real thick. But let that dry up, and I'm going to go get something to eat. We'll do another coat on it, and then we'll pull that mask off, and it goes out to the saw. Click on the link up there and check out the video on cutting and shaping the slate tile sign. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and set this on down. And I appreciate you watching. If these videos help you, I'd appreciate a subscribe, a thumbs up, and if you have any comments, go ahead and leave them down below. And again, thanks for watching. And this is Ken. Thanks for coming inside my shop. Have a great day.